This is how I created the Silent Hill 3 animation using Blender. Unlike my last animation for Silent Hill 2, where I recreated the entire scene, I decided I was just going to import the models straight from the game. So the first thing I went and did was found this sketchy Russian website which has the Silent Hill 3 model explorer, downloaded this sketchy link, and then once we had the program opened up, I went ahead and imported our Silent Hill 3 game files. I had to do a little bit of trickery here, but once we had the files exported from this program, I went over to this other sketchy Russian program. We can go ahead and actually view our character models. As you can see, I can go ahead and view all the different outfits for Heather that she has from the game, but I'm just going to go ahead and go with the standard one for our animation. Then after some more trickery with this program, I went ahead and exported this as a GLTF model. Once this was exported inside of Blender, I went ahead and did the same for the rest of our scene, including the doors, all the other props here that you can see like the chairs and tables. I went ahead and applied all the correct textures that we need. Then I went ahead and did a simple pose for Heather matching the one from the scene where she's just sitting in the chair. She has some crazy posture in this pose, but I recreated it. Then I did a simple finger tapping animation just to show some life and not to have the stillness in the animation. I also did the same for her head and her eyes. Then I added in a cube and I turned this to a principal volume so that we can get some of the rays coming through the window. I added in a sun, gave it the right color that matches our scene. After playing around with the volume for a little bit until I got the look I liked, I went ahead and duplicated that over to our other window over here. Once I was done, I added in a simple camera. I set this to a focal length of 40 and using depth of field with the blades at 7, I went ahead and just did a simple camera pan. After that, I set up a couple more camera shots that I liked. Then after that, I went over to the compositor. I added in some glare, some chromatic aberration, and some exposure. And then we were ready to export. I used a noise threshold of 0.01 with max samples of 1024. I went ahead and enabled the denoiser in the compositor. And at 30 frames per second, I rendered this for 240 frames, and this took about 3 hours to fully render out. Then after that, the next thing we can do is bring this over to Premiere Pro. We can import it as an image sequence. Then I went ahead and added a Lumetri color effect to our layer, and then I played around with the look until I got something I like. And that's all for this animation.